This transformer that I pulled out of an old drill recharging unit. Today we're going to open it up and see what's inside. Welcome to Dim Tips, the channel that repairs, revives and restores. For you, please click the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner and ensure that you get videos just like this in the future. So let's just get straight into it. I've got myself a transformer here which I've reclaimed and I'm going to be opening it up. So just a bit of theory in regards to what a transformer is. A transformer is made up of two sides of windings. So you may have a number of windings on one side and the other side either less or more windings. In this example I've used less. Depending on where the supply voltage is coming through from using alternating current, we can either step up or in this case step down the voltage in AC that we're planning to use. And that's simply done by inducing a magnetic field which, depending on the number of windings, either steps up or steps down the voltage. Well, that's enough theory. Let's get into opening up this transformer. So this transformer has been constructed using lots of sheet metal. I'm going to guess that it's some kind of steel or iron. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take this apart piece by piece, not by hand, and actually expose the inner. So I'm going to start doing one at a time. Let's get the first one out. I'm just using my screwdriver. Nothing spectacular, just glued in. Let's get the first one out. So where are we now? I've taken half of the inner core out of the transformer. It's not exactly as I expected. The first few bits were a little bit difficult. They're effectively E or M shaped cores stacked on top of each other as such, with these smaller bits as inlays to effectively give the core structure. And to do that, the first few I had to use a screwdriver and just effectively smash it in with a hammer, and that got rid of some of it. But as I've got through the first few sections, it's actually a lot easier using a Stanley knife, where I just cut into each of the sections, dig in slightly, progress around, and they just fall out of place. Okay, we finally got the core out, and now we're just going to open this up to have a look at the windings. It's got a plastic case, but we're going to just quickly go ahead and remove that. There's a lot of either it's some kind of epoxy or something, some kind of glue that's actually holding them together. And you can see that there's two sets of windings here, one across the bottom and one across the top. So actually I expected them to be two separate, but what they've ended up doing is just joining the two together and using the internal core to effectively allow for the voltage drop across the two. And it's quite simple to remove, it looks like, from the casing. Seems that it's just pull them out. And I'm just going to take off the taped layer to show the actual windings. So we've got, let's see if they're the same size. Okay, so we've got thinner windings on one side and thicker on the other. I will check that out, but I suspect that's because of the lower voltage you need less coils and therefore potentially more current drawn from them, whereas from the higher voltage you can get away with thinner. That's what I expect, and that's actually what happened, because the live wire was actually coming from here. We've got the blue section, and the black wire was where the supply voltage and current was coming from, and it was stepped down to approximately 30 volts. It's a 240 volt circuit coming in, so that explains the windings. Well, I'm glad I was able to take that apart, because I actually want to use the windings for something else, and that's going to be one of my upcoming projects. But don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below if I've got anything wrong or incorrect. Please feel free to leave me feedback. But quite happy with that. Also check out my other videos across the page here, and look forward to the next video.